think what you have here that you are using to educate, because education is very important in the life of every child. And this community, we have seen, we don't need to be told that there are challenges here. But using this, using this kind of, as a missionary, we must commend your efforts in ensuring that the limited resources you have, you are using it to educate these children. This is highly commendable, because you have shared with us that you produced a student that was adopted by a private school, and the child came second in the state spelling bee. That is, if you look at what is here, and that a child can achieve that kind of feat, it is highly commendable. Now, we like to share your challenges. They can see. I believe anybody watching this video will see what you are doing at Bekodo as missionary, educating children with this facility, you know, doing this. And we've seen some of the classes. We've seen the swing that they use for playing outside there. We've seen it. We've heard some of these children speak. We saw their responses during the lecture that we gave them. Please talk about your challenges.
Thank you very much. When we arrived here some years back, actually about 21 years now or so, we discovered that the educational background was very poor. So in this community in particular, like other communities around, you don't have people who can communicate. You see it as a challenge. So we plan to do something, at least for the future church. We discovered that if people cannot read and write, it is even worse, because the gospel cannot penetrate easily. So we decided to start a school as just to help. We didn't determine to make it a profit-oriented program, just to help these children, at least to give them a solid foundation. So, but as time goes on, when the people's, as the Lord will have it, when we started, the children catch up. They catch up. The intention was to bring them up to maybe primary 3, or primary 2 or 3, and send them to public school. But then, I discussed with my reverend boss. I told him, this thing was going to take a dimension we don't even know, because I foresee that it's not going to end in just primary 2, 3. So when we got to primary 3, instead of taking them to public school, I said, why not bring them up to primary 4 and 5 and let them just write the common entrance and go to secondary school first. And we attempted it and it worked. So then we started producing children. So the challenges are very enormous, because initially when we started, it was a token. So when the children start increasing in number, we saw the need to employ more teachers. And to employ teachers, we have to pay them. So we can't pay them from our own purse. What are we getting? So we asked them to be bringing a token of 100 naira per month. But then I told my reverend that, look, let's plan ahead of time and make this thing a little, at least add a little profit margin so that we can maintain the school. Because as population start growing, we need structure. So then we started in the church building. And then all of a sudden, the Lord will help us, the population exploded. When we brought up the children for about 2 or 3 years, we took them out. Took them out on an excursion. Public school having sports, we took them there. We go on excursion to some other places. And just like you said, they were able to communicate fluently. And people said, wow, and this happened in this local area. And also missionary came from Lagos to visit us in the mission field, and we saw the children and said, wow, this is even Lagos standard. So that is how we started. But the challenges is that when it comes to payment of school fees, that's where we have problems. Because people don't pay. They don't pay regularly, and they don't pay on time. Because a lot of them do not even value education as that much. You know, they are kind of lifestyle, polygamous lifestyle, and the social aspect of it. They love entertainment and party more than any other thing. So these are the challenges we have. Finance, able to get a good structure and material. We need money. And then the little we can collect, we have to pay teachers. Okay, because we took it as priority that no matter how small we collect, we're able to gather those teachers that are laboring. We not hold them anymore. Even they die, we will pay them. So at the end of the term, we'll be having 300,000, 250,000 as debt. Debt we have not collected, but then we always pay our teachers so that they can continue to do the job. And so far so good, the Lord has been helping us. Despite the structure, people still continue to bring their children. People still continue to bring their children. Those who have children that have passed out of this school, see the product, see their outcome and all that, they publicize us. And they continue encouraging people. Even now that people in the urban area are moving to this area due to this industrialization or whatever, and then they still make inquiry. I want to register my child. Which school among the schools in this area do you see that we can enroll? And people still recommend. If you don't mind the structure, you can go to Fount Academy. You will be happy with it because I can assure you they will give your children the best tutoring among the schools in this area.
Very nice. We heard you don't need to say much. We can see what you are managing. We have seen some of the children, and we can see what you have used. We'll still go around and check some of the things you have on ground. For Alex, you once taught here before, that was like how many years ago?
20 years. You taught in this way. Yes, I was a missionary, and then you said I actually probably started with IC and then they posted to this area in a short few years before I left.
Tell us about his products. The people you have.
You
still follow up to this?
No, not so. Not of years, but I used to meet some of them. They finished university and they did well in their school. Yes, I can really say that our work here then is among the first product in this area that produced the indigenous children as a sound educated people, and they were able to go right to WAEC and conform something like that. And most of them, they are finished from university. So part of those children I left when they become the mothers now, fathers, mothers, only careers.
That's good to know.
So
that.
now I become my tailor missionary. So I go to Ghana and come to visit those one.
It's very nice to have you around 2021 after a long time. Worked here. Well, well done. So what we need to do now?
Significant one of them was a Daniel's son. They had some seniors to him that one of the Abis of Oshoko's son was actually a very small boy and used to carry to the school.
Attended this one.
Yes, this one is now serving.
He has even finished service.
And this school has a support that time when we started. Yes, the missionary drew first school. sometimes then for all this area is the missionary only have another one at Folu.
Let us not waste time to check around and see what you have. Let us waste time to see what you have, what you are managing to produce these results. Of course, this is a class. Okay.
This is a church where we fellowship.
Okay, but I can see board here,
Yes,
blackboard.
we have 3 classes here. The reception, the nursery one, which is normally called.
This is like a 60 square meter.
Yes. No, we don't even partition it. We learn together. They learn together. This is nursery 2, nursery 1, reception, and they all flew together here. And we discovered that the system works. The system works. Some people don't know the system works. But those are some of the things.
It is hard to believe. But
yes.
then I know you
Some
must
people may
be.
not believe.
It works.
Some people may not
There
believe.
is what is called that linear learning. The fact that a child that is a baby is seeing this
Seeing
doing
his senior
those things.
here,
The child
seeing
is
others
doing
doing
it.
it.
Yes,
Before you know, the reception grab what they are doing.
Yeah, but I understand what you are saying about it works, but when we are saying it works too, the environment matters. It matters, you know, the dust, the noise, a lot of things are quite. Yes. It has to be better than this.
And they don't
But
know
then,
another environment. This is what they know.
Yes,
So they don't know another environment, so they just play.
this is what we have for now. But God helping us, we are looking at a brighter future where we'll be able to have.
That brighter future will come very soon. Let us check the other classes.
This one here carries primary 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, primary 1 to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's what we. That's what
Right. Let us enter some of the classes, if possible, all of them, to see what great job you are doing with this. The floor.
The floor
How
is,
do you manage when it rains? The rainy season is here again.
yes, we are planning to fix everything before the rain starts. You can
Okay.
see it's very close to the sea, and there's
Yeah.
no windbreak and anything. So when the wind blows, it's very open, so it's
So
removing.
the children
We manage
it.
it continually, and everything you see
New
here
words. There are learning new words. Food, poem, feeding, safe, and all that homework. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Let us check another class.
This is just primary 2.
They seem to share this place with goats. Well. No, I'm not trying to
Animals,
be
yes, of
ridiculous,
course.
but then this is
Animals
what we
must
can
be.
see.
Yes.
Or this is what we can see.
Okay.
You understand? I'm not trying to ridicule this. It is obviously challenging. Just so that from the obvious,
Come and check here also.
it can be better,
Yeah.
far better.
This is primary 3 classes.
Primary 3, and this is physical and health education.
Yes,
19th of March. This was just yesterday.
yeah, of course.
And foods that repair the body.
What
These
else?
include. Okay, this should be a mix-up.
No,
Okay, yeah, physical and health
it's not a
education,
mix-up.
very well.
It's
Yeah,
physical and health
It's
education.
under
It's
health
under food.
education,
It's
okay.
under nutrition.
Yes, you're right.
They make the body go. The teacher that did this must have done. The handwriting is very nice.
This, let me tell you one funny thing. Let me tell you one funny thing.
I'm interested.
This thing you see on the board was written by a pupil in this class.
Okay,
It's not the teacher's handwriting part. This is from a pupil.
okay.
A pupil copy it on the board, and the rest will copy it.
Hmm.
Some schools think it is stressful. It's part of our way of training here. Yes, you must be able to hold chalk right on the board. One day you could be a teacher.
It's
Who
possible.
knows?
You can support lower classes.
Funny enough, when we graduate some children here and they go to Lekki Secondary School, some people think we give them too voluminous notes. I said it's not. That's not true. Because we had an experience. They brought children from Lagos who were in primary 3. When they got here, they couldn't copy notes from the board. They couldn't use pen to write. The handwriting was so poor. I said, don't you copy notes? They said, no. Everything they read is from textbook and they read. That's why I said, no. Oh, now this is primary 4 and this mathematics we have.
Okay, primary 4, 3.5 or 7 or
So
10.
Correction.
this is correction for mathematics on the board.
Is this where they keep their materials?
Of
I
course.
see that
We keep
each
it
class
here.
has that.
We keep it here. You can see the cartoon. Oh, there. Yes.
Okay.
That's
On the average, like how many children do you think within the primary school age in this community?
There are many. There are so many. There are so many. Of primary school age, we can be having there in the hundreds.
Okay. So, like, how many do you take care of in this facility?
In these facilities, you know, the children that come to this school is not from this village alone.
Okay.
We have far, about 3, 4, 5 villages by the left-hand side, and by the right-hand side we go as far as 5, 6, 7 villages to bring children. Averagely, we are over 100.
To Lekki or Shoroko.
Lekki or Shoroko.
So that means on a good day, this place is crowded.
On the school day, this is crowded. Very, very crowded.
What else?
Because
Are you still having school bus?
we have one school bus we are managing. Yes, we have one.
Let's check this class.
This is the final class. I think they must have claimed what is on their board. So this is the final year class.
This is primary
This is primary 5.
5.
Yes. We know it's primary 5, we use book 6.
Yes. Okay.
But they must.
Primary 5, we use book 6.
Well, let
And
us,
from this
look
class,
at
they go to secondary school.
They are playing
Okay.
facility, call it that.
All right.
Well, I can see a swing there.
This open space is for playing.
Yeah, a lot of
And you
space.
see that swing? See that swing there? One white man gave us that swing about 3 years ago. When he come here, he saw the children, he said he's going to give the children something. And but it's rusted and because of the sea, the salt, the sea has destroyed it, and all the tire and the chain and everything has rusted and wear out.
Well, I just believe
They are
during the rainy season, the effects of this.
Yes, we are planning to leave this location. We are planning to leave this location because the sea is encroaching faster.
Okay.
So, and sometimes ago, representative from Dangote company came to look at it. They promised to come back and do something. Even commissioner from Lagos State Commissioner for environment or whatever came also with the local government chairman to look at it. They promised they are coming back to do something, but we have not seen them. So
They have a lot in their hands.
okay, so we are planning to leave this location. We are trying to lease somewhere else. This purchased property, we purchased this place. Okay. By then the sea was still very far.
Wow.
So, but the encroachment is too far. It's faster. So, yes, I think it's an adverse effect of the Dangote port there.
It may not be. It may not be.
What?
It may not be.
Where?
It may not be, but of course, there are ways this with the Dangote project will help this area. Yeah, so and I believe the company that ensured
Well, that's what they told us. Really, their representatives have come to look at it.
Because they must do
They have a lot
EIA,
in their hands,
and then
their
this
hands
is one of the
yes.
social responsibilities they will take care of when they do
So,
EIA.
but we have not seen them. We have not seen them. So we can't take the risk. So we are planning to move the school out of this location to another place safer. And we have
the Dangote is a company that cares a lot, but I know currently they have a lot on their hands.
of course.
Some of these things will definitely benefit this community.
Well,
Definitely.
let's hope so. Let's hope so.
All right, sir. Okay, so well done, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Nice coming back.
Thank you so much. So I'm very grateful.